Hi students, good morning. Good morning all of you. So today our topic is in geometry there is a circles. Our topic name is circles. This is most important topic in 10th class students, whatever the board, ICSE, CBSE or 10th class, state board, whatever it is. So most important topic is in circle, in geometry. So already we learned the definition of circle in earlier classes, 8th and 9th standard classes. So once again you have to discuss that. So observe that this is a whiteboard. It is nothing but a flat surface. That's why it is a plane. The plane containing infinitely many points. Now the definition of circle is the set of all the points which are joining and fixed distance from a fixed point. See this, let us take a fixed point, let it be O. So the set of all points which are equidistant from a fixed point. So P is a point, certain distance. So another point, the P moves the path. The set of all points which are equidistant, all the distances from fixed point to any point is Q, R, S. These all are equidistant. So the path of points which are equidistant from a fixed point in a plane, this path of points is known as circle. That fixed point is known as center of a circle. That fixed distance, this is the fixed distance from the fixed point to points on the path. This is called radius of a circle. It is generally denoted by R. So the path, this path is circumference of a circle. This is known as circumference of a circle. Clear? So again I am drawing. So this is center. P is any point on the circle. If we join O to P, this is called radius. This is called center. Agree? This is the circumference. So now we have to discuss. See, this is a closed figure or not? It is a closed figure. This is a curved figure and also closed. Curved figure means no line segment is there. So this is a curved figure. And it is closed. So already we learned in the previous classes, a closed figure divides the plane into three disjointed set of points. See, this is a circle. So the set of points, see some points I am writing, A, B, C, X, Y, Z, P, Q, R. Observe the points. A, B and C are the points which are inside the circle. They are known as interior points. And X, Y, Z are the points which are outside of the circle, exterior points of the circle. And moreover, see the points P, Q, R which are on the circumference of the circle, So these set of interior, this part is known as interior, this part is exterior, this part is the points which are on the figure. So every closed figure, not only circle, every closed figure, either triangle or quadrilateral or kite, whatever it is, every closed figure divides the plane into three disjointed set of points. Disjointed means no point is common to the set. interior point, interior set and exterior set. Suppose A is a point which is interior, not exterior or on the figure. Y is a point which is exterior, not interior or on the figure. So this is the division of a figure, division of points by a plane figure in a plane. So how to recognize a point which is interior or exterior or on the circle? That is we have to discuss. See, so this is a circle. This is a circle. The center is O. P is any point whose radius is R. This is at a point A. If we join O to A, the distance is OA, the distance is less than OP. If you take any point here in this area, the distance from center to that point is less than OP. OP means radius. So conversely, the distance from center to any point is less than radius. It must be lie inside the circle. So suppose I am taking it is x. It is x. Join O to x. Up to here it is radius. It is more than radius. That means OX is greater than radius means OP. OP. If any point y is taking, OY is greater than OP. Clearly it is visible. So the distance from center to any point is greater than the radius. That point must be lie outside. So the points are exterior points. So suppose I am taking a point P on the circle. Join this. The center to any point on the circle. This is nothing but radius. So OT is equal to R. So T must be lie on the circle. That is a definition. So if a point is on the same plane of a circle, whether it is interior or exterior or on the circle, how to recognize? Simple. The distance from center to that point is greater than or less than or equal to radius. Have to check it out. Suppose is a circle whose radius R, OP is equal to R here. A is a point. OA is less than R. A is interior. A is interior point. OX is greater than R. X is exterior. OT is equal to R. T is a point on the circle. On the circle. This is a division of points by a simple closed figure. Here circle. So now we are going to discuss. Parts of circle. Some types of circles we are going to discuss. See, this is the circle of center O of radius R1, let it be. Another circle we drawn whose radius is suppose R2. Another circle is drawn whose radius is R3, but the center is fixed. These are the circles which are having same center with different radii. So these circles are known as concentric circles. Concentric circles. That means the definition is two or more circles which are having same center and different radii are known as concentric circles. Suppose same radii means what? So this is the circle. O is center, radius is R. Another circle is there. O dash is the center, radius is R. Both are having same radii. same radii and different centers. These are called congruent circles or equal circles. Congruent circles or equal circles. If centers are also equal, that means this is a circle, O is center, R is radius. Another circle, this is also center O, radius R. If you draw, it should be placed on the same circle. These are known as, and blue and black coincide. So this is coincident circles. Coincident circles. These are the types of circles. See now, parts of circle we are going to discuss. Parts of circles. Parts of circles means, see, this is a circle. This circumference, how many points are there? Infinitely many points are there. So P is a point. If you draw, this is a radius, already we learned. So any 2 points you know, join them. This is called chord. The segment joining any 2 points on the circle is known as chord. The part of a circle AB is also, this is a path of curve from A to B. This is called arc. This is called arc. Arc of a circle. That means arc of a circle means a part of a circle. Part of a circle. This is arc. Arc AB we written as like this. Chord AB we written as line segment. That's why. So how many chords can we draw here? So many chords. See, here also. One thing you have to observe here. The length of chord increases. It should be nearer to center. So what is the longest chord? A chord which is passing through the center. This is the longest chord. This longest chord is also known as diameter. This is called diameter. Here observe that it is passing through the center. So center to any point on the circle is known as radius. This is also radius. So diameter is double radius. Diameter is generally denoted by D. It is nothing but 2R. 2R. Diameter is double radius. So how many chords we can draw in a circle? Infinitely many points are there on the circumference. We can join them. Infinitely many chords we can draw, as well as infinitely many diameters also we can draw. Already we know that infinitely many lines passing through a fixed point. So from O through O we can draw infinitely many lines. A circle has infinitely many diameters. So diameter is nothing but double radius. It is also passing through the center and it is the longest. See, now this is a circle. A and B are any 2 points on the circle. If we join them, this is already we know that arc. This is segment. The region bounded by the segment, this line segment AB and the arc is known as segment. Segment of a circle. Able to understand? Segment means the region bounded by chord and arc of a circle. It is the segment. Now observe that. Again we will discuss. See, this is a circle. This is AB. PQ is a diameter. Diameter divides the circumference of a circle into 2 equal parts. This is one part and this is one part. Both are equal. These are known as semicircle. But here, this length of arc this length of arc, blue colored arc is less than length of PQ, arc PQ. For our convenience, I am taking one more point AX. Length of arc AXB is less than length of arc PXQ. So then this arc AB is known as minor arc. What is that? Minor arc. Minor arc means the length of arc of a circle is less than semicircle. Length of half of the circle. So otherwise, other than suppose I am taking point. This is also an arc AYB. That means why I am putting the point Y means Y is included in this arc. So AYB is also an arc. It is more than PYB. Arc PYB. So this arc is known as major arc. Simple definition, minor and major. An arc whose length is less than semicircle, half of the circle is minor. An arc whose length is greater than half of the circle is known as major arc. That's it. So here major and minor. Here this is the segment obtained by minor arc. So this is called minor segment. This vertical lines I am drawing, see. This is also a segment. This segment is known as major segment, obviously. Major segment, because this is a major arc. This is a chord. This arc and this chord. This is the region bounded by this major arc and the chord. So this is called major segment. Major segment means a segment whose arc is less than half of the circle is known as minor segment. The length of arc of a segment is greater than half of the circle, that is called major segment. Clear? These are the parts. And moreover, we are going to discuss, see, circumscribed and inscribed circles. See, this is a triangle. In a circle which is passing through the vertices. See these two circles. This is a circle which is passing through the vertices of a triangle. This is also a circle which is passing through the vertices of a quadrilateral. This is a polygon A, B, C, D, E. Observe that in these three, the circle passing through the vertices of the triangle, quadrilateral and pentagon. That means polygon. Triangle, quadrilateral, pentagon, all are polygons. Polygons means simple quadrilateral consisting three or more than three line segments. So the circle which is passing through the vertices of a polygon, that circle is known as circumscribed circle. Circumscribed circle. Whose center is circumcenter. Whose center is circumcenter. Whose radius is circumradius. Circumcenter. This circle is known as circumscribed circle. The triangle and quadrilateral and pentagon, these polygons are inscribed polygons. Whereas the polygons are inscribed polygons. Inscribed. Inside, that means inside. Suppose this is a circle touches all the sides and totally lies inside the triangle. This circle is known as inscribed circle. Inscribed circle. The triangle is circumscribed of the circle. It is circumscribed. Do you understand? A circle which is passing through all the vertices of a polygon, that circle is known as circumscribed circle, whose center is circumcenter, and the polygon is inscribed polygon. Whereas the circle touches all the sides of a polygon and totally lies inside the polygon, that circle is known as inscribed circle, and the polygon is circumscribed. These are very, very important for solving problems and theorems, I think. So up to here we learned what is circle, what is radius, what is diameter, what is an arc, what is segment, what is chord, what are the types of circles. Up to we learn. And for next class we are going to discuss next talk, continuation. Okay, bye.